What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorldPodcast. Today we're going to be talking about NFL Week 11, the takeaways. What did I see? What's going on in the league? We got a lot of things going on right now, but number one, Mahomes is the best QB in the NFL, and Tayson is for real. We got much more coming in. We're going to start off with the Titans and the Ravens. Derrick Henry is the Ravens' kryptonite. All right, when he broke that run in OT, I'm like, all right, cool, dude. Listen, whatever you want, Derrick Henry, it is what it is. I told you guys, the thing about the Titans that makes them very, very good, because overall, everybody knows that you have to have a run game to be successful, but I believe they have the best running back in football. I know that, Alvin Kamara with the Saints, all that stuff, but the thing about Derrick Henry is he's so dominant, he can make plays that are not there. You know, it's like you hand him the ball off like old school football, and he just does whatever he wants to do. That is very, very dangerous, and people don't understand. When I'm saying he's the best running back, it's just I believe no matter what situation that you're in, he can give you the most. Goal line, regular field, he'll run for 99 yards. We've seen it. Stiff-arm grown men into another abyss. He does things that other running backs cannot do, and that gives Tannehill an advantage. Because when he puts that ball in his belly to draw you in for play action, you have to make a decision very, very quickly if you're going to go after the run, because they can run it from anywhere on the field. But then to give Tannehill a lot of credit, he's making pinpoint accurate passes off the play action. So the Titans are very, very dangerous because that running game, it's what you guys remember. What's his name? Brandon Jacobs with the Giants when they won that Super Bowl. He just bruising dudes, and that's how they ultimately, wore down the Patriots. That run game is very, very solid. And, Tannehill, in my opinion, is a decent enough quarterback to be able to make key plays that will win them the football game. So you better look out for those Titans. Everybody was talking about the Ravens. I still believe that you're gonna have to ultimately go through Patrick Mahomes and those Chiefs. But the Ravens have not looked good in games that they're supposed to be competitive or win. That's my opinion. Lamar Jackson, he's struggling in certain aspects of the game. He's made some plays. He made a throw yesterday that I thought was supposed to be a pick, but Andrews caught it. Like, there's a lot of things going on with Lamar Jackson he's going to have to get better at. But the Titans they're the Ravens' kryptonite, man. The Lions and the Panthers. All right, so the Lions came out like they were the old school Lions, and they just sucked at football, and they got destroyed 20-0. So it is what it is. The Panthers, like I said, I'm not surprised about what's going on. As far as where the Lions go, I told you I wasn't sure about the Lions. Either way, these teams are not going to be of any kind of importance in another couple of weeks when the playoffs start. So good stuff to them. The Eagles and the Browns. Carson Wentz, it's about time that they start to look at, they got to start looking at the guy that they drafted, man. They got to start taking a look at somebody else. Carson Wentz has been making a lot of, errant plays. I don't know what's going on with him, bro. It's very, very difficult. The good thing about it is, based on all the information that people talk about, he's a nice man and he's made a lot of money. So he's going to be okay. That's good. Give the charity, do stuff out of there, but I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't think the Eagles are going to stay with him probably past this year, which is weird because they signed him to an extension. But the Browns are looking good at 7-3. You guys got to watch out for them too. I don't know how far they can go, obviously, but they play decent enough to win that game. But Carson Wentz really looks bad. The Patriots and the Texans. I don't know what's going on. I thought the Patriots would win this game, but Deshaun Watson had other plans. He's trucking dudes. He's trucking McCourty. He's a quarterback, dude. He's trucking dudes for 6. Like, what the? Dude, look, I don't know if it's not, the lack of practice and all the things that's been going on, but I have to tell you guys this, man. Deshaun Watson, like I told you guys, when they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, I told you that their record would be similar to this. I think I estimated they would have one less win, but he would be that heartbeat because he has that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? But he can't do it by himself. Beating the Patriots was a huge situation because they were getting pressure. They just couldn't tackle him. And that was the bottom line. GG's in the chat. Packers and the Colts. I got to tell you this right now. That dude Scanlon with the fumble in OT, shout out to him, man, for betting against the Packers. But Aaron Rodgers was slinging that thing all over the place. And again, the Colts, I got to be honest with you, I thought that was a fumble late in the game that was run back for 6. I didn't think the ball was going forward. They hit him with the tuck rule from Tom Brady back with the Oakland Raiders. I know you guys are having flashbacks right now from me saying that, but that was a very, very tough thing, and I believe that the Raiders should have won that game and ultimately went on to win the Super Bowl. Rest in peace to Al Davis. He went into the grave believing that they really set him up in the NFL, and I believe so as well. That was not a tuck rule. Tom Brady fumbled that football. Let me know if you agree. But the Colts are looking like they're solid. I told you, Phillip Rivers, the dude throws the ball like I've never seen anything like it in my life, and the guy has so many yards. But he looks like he's driving this team to do something. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're a dangerous team. I don't think anybody wants to play the Colts right now because you don't really know what you're going to get. And that's what's really, really crazy about it. But, Aaron Rodgers did everything possible to help his team win. At the end of the day, a fumble is a fumble, and it is what it is. Steelers and the Jaguars, 10-0. Now, Ben Roethlisberger said he's chasing Lombardis. I don't know if this team beats the Chiefs. Their defense is pretty well. All that. The Chiefs are a different type of animal. Now, I'm going to get to, how bad their defense played yesterday, but they'll probably clean up a couple things. There's so much stuff going on, suspensions of practice, stuff like that. The Steelers look really, really good, though. Claypool's looking good. I like what I'm seeing. Big Ben still has that deep throw, but we'll see how it works out because, it's at the end of the day, that looks really, really good, but can you sustain that in the playoffs? Especially where they are right now. They're going to get that bye. So I got to see if they rest their players the last week before the bye. I got to see what people are doing because they got to stay in tune. But the Steelers look really, really good. But I still would take the Chiefs coming out of the AFC. The Jaguars, there's no need to talk about them. The Falcons and the Saints. Taysom Hill looks so good. Let me just tell you, he made a couple throws that were kind of bad, but he looks so agile, like he's matured in the pocket to where he can make those plays. I got to be honest with you, early in the game, I was questioning it. What is this guy doing? It was kind of close. The Falcons were winning on field goals. I was like, what's going on? Then as the game progressed, because you got to remember, Michael Thomas dropped a wide open pass. I would have got them 6 instead of a field goal early in the game. But listen, though, watching him play in the pocket, I was truly impressed. It was night and day from previous years where he would get a package to come in, and I was extremely impressed by his movements. That young man can be special. I think Sean Payton knows what he's doing. Many people were upset that Jameis Winston didn't get the nod. I believe if Jameis Winston plays this game, they lose to the Falcons because that's just the kind of guy Jameis Winston is. That was the right choice by Sean Payton. And I'm telling you right now, I cannot believe how good he looked. Visibly watching it, I was truly impressed with his movement, the pocket, the idea, running for 6, everything he was doing. Extremely impressed. The Bengals and the football team, Washington football team, whatever. Joe Burrow's out for the season. I believe he tore his Achilles. Not his Achilles, his ACL. He's out for the season. He'll be back next year. He did tweet out that he will be back next year. Very, very unfortunate. Enjoyed watching him play. Very, very strong-minded rookie. I think he's going to be what that Bengals team needs to continue to go on and possibly, start to make the playoffs again and do things that, they used to do. They used to always make the playoffs. Under Marvin Lewis, they were always in the playoffs. They just sucked in the playoffs and just couldn't win. So I think he's going to be that tool to get them back. They should get some decent picks coming in the draft. As far as the Washington football team, they're right there at 3-7. And I know it sounds stupid me saying that. 3-7, they're right there. The NFC East is the worst division ever in the history of sports. They all suck. It's not even a question about it. They disgust me. Watching it makes me so upset, and I'm disgusted with them. But at the end of the day, they're still in the hunt. Cowboys and the Vikings. Let me just say this really quickly, bro. Zeke looked decent. It looked like he wanted to win yesterday, and because of that, they looked a lot better. Andy Dalton made some key plays, obviously the last play touchdown to seal the game. The Vikings are not as good as I thought they were originally, so I'm not really worried about that. But I will tell you this, right? With the way everything is going, I have to start to look and analyze some of these things that go on. I have to figure out, are the Cowboys serious? Because look, they can still win the division at 3-7. So if for whatever reason they're able to do anything, muster up some offense in one game, play a little bit of decent defense, they can actually win that division. That's what's scary. And they'll get a home playoff game at under 500. It's going to be real stupid, but they can still do that. That's what's really, really scary about this whole situation. Because they have no business even being in playoff talks. But whatever, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is they stuck it out when they were supposed to. Vikings made some really bad plays towards the end, and they choked. And that's pretty much it. Chiefs and the Raiders. This was an exciting game. Very, very good game for Sunday Night Football. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Overall, the Raiders came out looking really, really good. And like I told you guys before, Darren Waller, to me, he's going to be, if he continues to get better, and he just plays another solid 5-6 years, his arc is crazy. Because dude, the way he's moving and floats around the field, he makes Derek Carr so much better that it's ridiculous. Now, Derek Carr deserves a lot of credit for the way he played. I am a very, very tough critic on Derek Carr. He was really, really good. Okay, last night he was definitely good. He had the one interception late, that's fine. But he played extremely well. Patrick Mahomes is just the better quarterback. He's the best quarterback in football. That was the difference between the game. You knew the Chiefs knew, yo, we got Patrick Mahomes. That's what the difference was in that game. Looking overall with it, Travis Kelce obviously makes the late touchdown. I don't know why. Who was that? Who was the guy that was running down with him to try to? Was that Abram? I forgot what his name was. Abrams or whatever his name is from the Raiders. Like, why are you running down towards the quarterback when you have the seam wide open? Like, the dude's running across her, and instead of you watching him, the key receiver that's always, that's his blanket. That's Patrick Mahomes' blanket. You instead of watching him, you run after the quarterback and sink down. It's an instant dot. He's wide open. Disgusting defense. I'm pretty sure that, John Gruden was not happy with that, but they'll go over it. But the difference to me in this game, Patrick Mahomes, he threw that one pick. I think he only has 2 picks, and it's to the Raiders. He'll be all right, though. We're not worried about it. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's going to continue to get better. He's special. Dolphins and the Broncos. Tua was benched, dude, and they put in Fitz magic. That was bad. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? But the Broncos was locking up. Broncos was playing heavy defense. See, a lot of people don't respect the Broncos, and neither do I, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is you got to focus on the fact that Tua was benched. They're saying he's going to start next week, but you got to let him play it out, in my opinion. Even if he's playing bad, I think that takes away some kind of confidence from him, and I don't think it was a good move. And then you're going to start him again. Now you're playing, it's like quarterback roulette. I don't like it. It is what it is. The Chargers takes care of the Jets, 0-10. They suck, but they're good because they're headed for the number 1 pick. And they're really out there looking like they're trying to win games. So it doesn't look like they're tanking because they put up 28 points. I don't know how they did it, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the Jets are 0-10. And I told you guys, all you Jet fans out there, they're the worst team in football. They absolutely suck. But that's not what it's about. Like I said before, I'm going to tell you this right now. They may end up getting number 1 pick. They might squeeze out 1 win for the season. It is what it is. But overall, they're a terrible football team, and they have to start it from, the ground up. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for the Week 11 takeaways. Make sure you join me tomorrow when we talk about Monday Night Football. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.